What's going on, guys? It's Larry MF White, and I'm here with my main man, Alfred Ra'oof. What's up, man? Bro, I am so thrilled to be on this journey with you. Let me tell you what, like, it's an absolute pleasure. How are you doing over there?
Man, I'm doing well over here in Seattle.
Yeah, I know it, man. Yeah, Seattle, nice and cool over there now that you guys are out of the heat wave and everything like that. But here, I wanted to bring you on today, right? Because we are working on so many different levels together right now. You're coming to us with 18 years of experience in the real estate market, right? And you have been just a top producer since day one, right? Like at Remax, your first year, you were rookie of the year. You've made over $150,000 a year since then. And then we connected with some of our coaches and stuff that we have on board our team. You literally went like more than doubled your production in 1 year of coaching. Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh, man, that is a beautiful story. So just so everybody knows who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself. What did you do prior to getting into real estate so we can be relatable to everybody else here?
Right. So my official sales career started in San Jose, California, in the Bay Area.
Okay.
I started in the fitness industry. When I graduated from college, I had a full ride to Ohio University for sports facility management. So I figured I'd go to the gym and see how I liked the industry. And before you knew it, I was promoted to a manager. And at that time, back in 1992, making $60,000 a year, I said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go back to college. I'll just do this whole fitness thing.
I mean, that's serious money today. In 92, that was big time, man.
Yeah, that was, and I was stoked. I didn't want to, had good momentum going. I stayed there for 9 years. I was able to grow that income to approximately right around 110.
Okay.
But I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I wasn't seeing my wife. I wasn't seeing my son. I would leave the house. It'd be dark. I would come home and it would be dark. And one time I came home and the plate of food was on the table. It was cold. Oh. And I just had to think to myself, you know, you got to think of something else. There has to be a better way. But what pushed me over the edge is when my aunt passed away. And my dad called me and said, hey, Alfred, you got to come home. Your mom's not handling this well. I asked for a week off and I was told that if I take that week, I may not have a job when I get back. So wow. I didn't make the right decision. I didn't go. I only went for the funeral the last 2 days. But when I came home, had a heart-to-heart with my wife, I started studying for my real estate test. You know, we need 60 hours. So I did 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night for 30 days, passed that test. You know, 2 months later, I jumped into the real estate industry with Remax. And like you said, in just, I had 8 months with the company. I got rookie of the year in that 100% club. And then I just proceeded on making roughly about 150 a year. But when I made that switch, it doubled. The coaching just really took me to the next level.
Dude, coaching, like, I mean, people don't realize, like, every professional in the world has a coach, whether it's medical, whether it's sports related, right? Yet sometimes we think that we can do this, and we can. It's just going to take a long time, a lot of lessons learned, when it just really, it accelerates that learning curve for people. And yeah, you're absolutely right? Like, you have access to 19 different national coaches across the country. And we'll get into that here in a second, right? But I mean, man, like, super talented, like super successful in most eyes of real estate. You're building a very successful family. You have more family time and stuff now. And so, man, you had a really good thing set up with your previous company and stuff. And you're not one of the only top producers that's joining us here at EXP, but I do like to know, because there's so much banter and talk about EXP around there. Like, why did Alfred, right? Like, you had everything lined up. You could have named your ticket at any other company, probably got signing bonuses and everything else. Like, well, let's talk about your top 3 reasons why you decided to come here and join EXP.
One of the primary reasons, it was the timing of it, right? I was going through the process of, you get to a certain age. I just turned 50 a couple of days ago. you get to a certain age, you've been doing something for a certain amount of time, and you want to start to help the next generation, but you also want to make an income, and you don't necessarily want to be in the field as much. So I was going for that, my broker's license.
Okay.
And then you start looking at all the fees and the responsibility as a broker. And then this EXP opportunity comes along, and I'm like, well, my sister Vicky lives in California. I know Himiko is out in Sacramento, and Sheila Moody is out in Sacramento. Are you telling me I could expand my team without a broker's license and receive similar royalties? And I'm looking at some of these guys, and one of these guys I know very well, he might be standing in front of me, makes a significant amount of money off of educating, coaching, and team building versus being out in the field. I mean, you can only sell so many houses, right? You get so many transaction coordinators, but I'm into I really like mentoring and working with the next generation. So that was the primary reason, is the timing.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, right, you could have the ownership, you could still share in the revenue, right? But you didn't have the liability, the compliance, and you didn't have to go buy all of the tools for your teams and get additional licenses. So you got all of the perks of having that ownership, still have your brand and everything there, but just cleared a lot of the BS and the things that you didn't want off the table. Is that right?
Sure did. Which brings us to the second reason, which was the technology and the systems.
Yeah.
So you can acquire that broker's license, and then you have this incredible KV Core CRM where we can direct all of our leads. Everyone's there as a team. They even have a team's website. Mm-hmm. And then that third reason, again, was the coaching. I've always been big on coaching. If you follow Michael Jordan, he had a coach. His brother was his initial coach, and he still speaks about coaching. There's only so much that we can see with our own eyes. To have somebody set back and take a step back from my business and help me actually farm properly, circle prospect properly. There's a right way. There's I want to say right and wrong. There's a way to do things, and then there's I'd like to say could be a better way. And it just fast tracked my business. I can't believe that I doubled my income in the middle of a pandemic just by following simple systems I learned from the EXP coaches.
Yeah, man, it's pretty impressive, man. And so, guys, listen, this is why I bring top producers on like Alfred, right? And we have these testimonials for every walk of agent. But I mean, for Alfred, right? He maintained the ownership, had all the tools and resources, could grow across the country, across the world. Technology, right? He had all of the systems and stuff put in. Alfred and I do a lot in the crypto space together, right? Where we're investing in different projects. We have a Friday wealth building mastermind that literally we have 60 to 80 agents. Once we help you make more money, how do we help that money work for you? So now that you have more time back in your life, and you have resources that used to carry 2,500 plus listings at a time to help coach and guide you into that market so that you don't have to do it on your own, right?
Right. So
absolutely. Well, man, here's the thing, guys. If you want to go where the puck is going, right? Wayne Gretzky, one of my favorite quotes is he went to where the puck was going, not to where it was, right? Everybody's making money right now. What happens in the next couple of markets? How do we leverage that and build for the future? If you want to jump on board with Alfred, with myself, his contact information is below. My contact information is below. Reach out to us. Let us see if we can add value to each other, because that's the only way that this works, is if it's a win-win. So Alfred, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for being on this journey. And I'm looking forward to seeing how many agents' lives we can change and how many futures we can change in the meantime.
Thanks, Larry.
Have a great day, guys.
Take care.